Hello YouTube, hello, right. Hello, finally here, right, for episode 7, Bates Motel. Right, I hope it is episode 7. Yeah, it is episode 7, yeah. Right, I guess this came, season 1, this came refreshing after episode 6, all the drama in episode 6. The, basically just so much of it, and I'm sorry this is late. I should have posted this yesterday, Friday, but there was so much in episode 6 I couldn't catch up because episode 6 was a day late. I simply couldn't catch up for this episode 7. I simply couldn't. Excuse the wind here because I'm like, excuse if I have to repeat myself in case the wind catches the mic. Okay. Episode 7. Now, I've just watched it about an hour ago, so it was like, it came, right, let me kick off, right. You could tell there was a break in time between 6 and 7. I could tell straight away the mood had completely changed. The actors in the greatest, the female lead, she had lost a little bit of weight. I noticed it in her the most, so I could tell there was perhaps a slight gap in recording 6 and 7, like with the pilot episode of Mad Men and the kick-off of its first season. You could tell there was like 8-9 months between the filming of those two, that kind of thing. It was great overall, made for a great break for the audience, i.e. me, because there was so much which happened in episode 6. So much happened in episode 6 that it was refreshing just to get that right, to get back down to it, and it did. It got into it, and I was like at first, oh no, how's it going to do this? But it did. It managed it. It went gently, eased in gently with a bit of soap, pure soap. It did in the intro before the titles, Bates Motel comes, boom, on the screen. That like 3-minute blister at the beginning. It eased it in slowly with that, and you'll find that good for you as the viewer. You'll find it refreshing, coming straight from episode 6, and it'll get you back into the swing of it again. Because so much happened in episode 6. As I say, I couldn't get back into the rhythm of doing these every Tuesday and Friday because of that. So again, I apologise. I will try and get back in the rhythm for episode 8 for Tuesday. I will try my best. I really will. If I can't, then it's going to be Wednesday and Saturday. It's going to be Wednesday and Saturday for the remainder 3 episodes. I must stress. Generally, there's something I must stress with episode 7. Otherwise, I'm virtually covered, apart from this point, really. Generally, with episode 7, it involved a lot of plot. You'll find it involve a lot of plot elements and progression with all the characters, and the story will move on. It'll move on as if the season is commencing its second half, if you will. You'll find that really comfortable. You'll enjoy that, and you'll find it comfortable for you as a viewer because, again, so much happened in episode 6. Introduction of new characters. You'll be surprised actually how episode 6 was brushed under the carpet, if you will, and I'm not going to say any further regarding that because it will go into spoiler territory. But I thoroughly enjoyed episode 7 again. Again, like with episode 6, but it was very different in regards to episode 6. Episode 6 was it was a big bandstand episode with the culmination of episodes 1 to 5. You'll find with episode 7 it's just as good as episode 6, but in regards to difference, and it, in a way that it moves things on, holds just as much as episode 6, but in a different regard. It'll move things on in as much as episode 6 headlined. I enjoyed episode 7. I absolutely loved it. It was very soapy, but it was edited well. It was paced really well. As I just mentioned, the character development that was handled with care. to keep me interested with the continuation of the season, and I think you will too. Now, let me mention that point with Bates Motel. I'm mentioning this generally with the whole overall Bates Motel business here, however you want to regard it, yeah? Avoid the internet at every cost, and I mean internet as an internet as a whole. I'll go into this now. When I try to find the image for my thumbnail, for example, even in Google Images, you'll find spoilers, yeah, within the context of the images. And that's all I can say in regards to that. If I go any further detail, it'll give spoilers. Avoid the internet. Handle the internet with care. If you're entering this franchise, handle it with care, the internet, because all it takes is the slight at the corner of your eye to see something, or in the back of your ear to hear something, and it will ruin it for you for the season, for the TV produced Bates Motel, because it's heavily plot driven and heavily character driven, and it's the last thing you need is spoilers for something like that. Okay, so I'm going to love you and leave you because the wind's causing havoc here for me to record this. I hope you've beared with me, and I will catch you. It's going to be a miracle if I get back in sync with doing episode 8 for Tuesday. It will be a miracle. I will try to get back in sync, otherwise look out for it for Wednesday of next week. Okay, over and out. See you next time.